Tonight's our last rehearsal before the world sees us.
How did I get into fashion?
I kind of always been into fashion.
Fashion has always been a part of my life.
Hey, can you talk about the event, the name of the event? How did it come about?
So how it came about, we actually planned to have 2 different fashion shows.
I'm always looking for opportunities to come together. So at first it kind of was a reflective moment. Like even going back and forth with them, it was kind of like, if we do agree to this, are we able to merge? Will it flow? Will it be successful? Will execution meet us at the finish line?
Y'all talk about the challenges y'all face trying to put this event together.
Challenges we faced, rehearsal time, like just having solid rehearsal space.
Challenges, I would say, I think for me, my biggest challenge was realizing that collaboration does not mean silent. If you are not okay individually, the collective is not okay. So it's a word that I use called Ubuntu. It's used by Nelson Mandela. And it's mean I am because we are. I'm the best me if you're good. If you're not good, I'm not good.
All right, y'all, welcome back to the YouTube channel. This is Bass, podcast producer. I'm your host. I am here at Wilberforce University. I'm here with ARP Force and Nubiance. It's been a great day, man. I've been seeing these kids working, man. They putting in work. I should say young men and young women here putting in work today. They got something special to put on for you guys tomorrow. And I want to start off by just getting to know the panel first. Starting with gentleman here on the left. Could you go ahead and introduce yourself and just work your way down?
I'm Curtis Viney Jr. I'm the PR for ARP Force.
I'm Christian Jones, I'm the Vice President of ARP Force.
Justin Abney, President and co-founder of ARP Force.
My name is Andrei Starr. I am a alumni member of Nubian's More Than a Modeling Troupe.
My name's Desiree Andrews, and I'm a Nubiance model.
I'm Dylan Sims. I'm the Director of Public Relations for Nubiance.
All right, with that being said, man, it's an honor to be here first and foremost, man. So I just want to thank y'all for welcoming me here. Justin, man, you know, we had the last time interview, got to know you guys, ARP Force, how everything started, man. So I want to just start off with, man, just how are you feeling? Where we at today? And what's the big surprise for everybody, man?
Right now I think it's show day. Like tonight's our last rehearsal before the world sees us. So we just in that mindset. It's showtime. There ain't no time for games. We getting straight to it, perfecting everything.
Hey, can you talk about the event, the name of the event? How did it come about?
So how it came about, we actually planned to have 2 different fashion shows on the same day without knowing. And ironically, we had the same title, which means House of Purpose, the exact same title. So we came together, and long story short, we merged it together.
What was that story like when y'all found out? Who was the parties talking? Like, I mean, that probably was just one of those conversations like, what?
I believe, was it sex in the office? Andrei, I haven't even met her yet. We talked over the phone. Dylan was there, and we just was figuring out, like, how can we put both fashion shows together? And it probably took us a couple of days until we finally figured out a way. And 4 weeks later, here we are, showtime. So,
Andrea, I want to go to you now. You found out that ARP Force is doing the same thing, right? What was it like for you to find out there was also members here at the university doing something that you were interested in? But like not also that you found out they was doing this, but you're like, man, we could take this opportunity to also collaborate, build with each other. What was that like?
I think one, just being a leader, I'm always looking for opportunities to come together and unite people together if it's possible. So at first it kind of was a reflective moment, like, will it benefit us? What will it take? And if it's possible to execute. And then talking with the team and then bringing it back to them. And even going back and forth with them, it was kind of like, the whole team is headstrong. So if we do agree to this, are we able to merge? Will it flow? Will it be successful? Will execution meet us at the finish line? So I think once we accepted that and we just accepted that this was happening for a reason, then after that, it was a go for me. Just making sure that the team, the models, ARP, their team, everybody would be okay. Nobody would be left on a cliffhanger. Just making sure that it's possible. Once you can see it, that's my favorite thing. Once you can see it, it could be done. So yeah.
That part.
Yeah.
With that being said, we talking about a fashion show. With that being said, I want to get to know y'all. I wasn't the most stylish kind of individual growing up, I will say, but I really like when people put it on. You know what I mean? And so with that being said, I want to start with you here on the left. Could you just tell me like how you got into fashion and why this event means so much to you?
How did I get into fashion? Fashion for me is like when I was growing up, I didn't really want to go outside like in clothes. I never was really dressed for anything. I like to stay inside, but once I got to college and high school, I started to learn myself, learn who I am as a person, and persevere as well.
That's real. I'm not really too much into fashion per se, but just being part of the ARP Force and purpose being the main point, I'm just like, Justin said we got a fashion show to do. We said we got something to plan. He had a vision. It made sense. So it was just go, go, go. And I was just with it.
For me, fashion has always been a part of my life. I didn't really understand it until I got to college. Like as a kid, I never left the house looking a certain way. And that just carried me into the man I am now. But fashion it's an art. It's a way of life. That's how I think about it. It's how I express some of myself through fashion, which y'all will see tomorrow night.
I think for me, younger growing up, I grew up with my grandma. She always had me modeling with the books on top of my head. So it started from a child. And then growing to high school, my best friend is into the arts and theater. So I would jump in and do the costumes for her, look crazy. But then I started to like it. So then in high school, I started to like dress people. And then I came to college. College, I always say I tried to run away from my greatness. I tried to hide from it and push it off. My friends pushed me into Nubiance. They brought me here. And it was different for me because I went from being a tomboy to wearing heels and actually surprisingly being good and becoming a president after one semester of being in there. After Nubiance, I went and created a fashion org myself, Cincy Fashion 513 outside of here. So it kind of just was like a domino effect from a kid to now, just consistency, staying in it.
I kind of always been into fashion because like my mom, she's more of like a shoe person, so it just stemmed off of that, me having a lot of shoes. I'm not really a tomboy, but like Nubians got me into really heels, cause like I'm not wearing heels if it's not no like event I gotta wear heels, like homecoming or something. I'm not gonna wear heels. So Nubians kind of got me into that. I'm still learning how to like move my style to match with heels, cause like my style is more Jordan, so you go based off that, and like that don't really go with, okay, you could put this outfit on and then you wear some heels. So yeah, that's where it really just stemmed from.
For me, I'm not really a fashion person either, and I was less than I am now, if I consider myself one. It was really more so finding a group of people who were into fashion and watching them express themselves through it. As a visual creative, it's just seeing that, putting it together, and we just all creating together. So I get to capture them in their element. That's what I'm attracted to.
All right. Yeah, team member there. Well, so I want to go back to you. We already know about ARP Force. I always remember purpose. I was here last September 12th, and I found the ARP Force wasn't even about to be a thing, but then they just made sure that they came together and we're going to make it happen, made some calls. So I want to talk about Nubiance and the rebirth. Can we just talk about what Nubiance is, and can you just let the people know, like, why is that something that they should know?
That's heavy. Nubiance is not just Nubiance. It's Nubiance more than a modeling troupe. So Nubiance, we model, we style, we do PR. It's a safe space where you can come in as a beginner and you can learn. Where whatever you feel that you lack, we remind you of what you carry, what you was designed for. Your purpose, you find it. So if you come in like, hey, I just want to model, oh, I just like being in clothes, we show you that you was designed for something. So if you're a hairdresser, hair is your thing. We'll put you in hair, but the hair leads to the makeup leads to the clothes lead to the shoes. It's all a domino effect. So just showing people, one, their purpose, bringing out that confidence, bringing out the stride, bringing out what you try to run from. I tried to run from something, and my greatness was found in one semester after. So just what Nubiance did for me, I try to do for other people. But Nubiance, if you allow it to, it's like bringing out the rose from concrete. Everybody come to us different. So we get freshmen, sophomores, seniors, juniors, everybody come in a different font. But if you follow through the trials and tribulations and the beauty of Nubiance, and our symbol is a rose. So you grow. The seed is planted, it's fermented, it's growing, and then the rose comes at the end. So if you allow it, Nubiance blossoms you. That's the purpose of Nubiance, to see life and to bring life if there is none.
I like that concept you talked about, growth, and that's really one day that I built this platform for, is just to challenge the mindsets of others.
Absolutely.
Where you started from, man, you could have a whole nother, you could become that road. Right?
Absolutely.
And so with that being said, you know, I don't even, look, I flew in earlier this morning, but y'all been working all day. It's after hours, man. I don't even want to tell people. I don't even know if y'all asleep. I know y'all in college, but I just want to know, like, can y'all talk about the challenges y'all face just coming up, trying to put this event together for the students? I mean,
well, I'll go first. For me, you know, them two being the biggest heads of this operation, you know, for weeks it was, like they said, we had two separate shows, not even plans for the same day. So it was go on what we had. And then it was one day, it just switched. It was a full pivot. And from there, it's just been like really just pivoting and being able to adjust. And like, it's just more challenges of changing times and locations, or just everything that comes with merging the show with Nubiance. That was a big thing that, you know, we're still doing right now, but it's gonna be a good show.
I would say challenges we've faced. Rehearsal times, like just having a solid rehearsal space. Like we still have different events in the gym, so we might not be able to get to the gym every day from 7 until. So that was a huge adjustment because we got to put on this big old show, but we have limited time and limited space to do that. So that's what I would say is the biggest challenge. And everybody in both our orgs are also in other orgs. So as a leader, I don't want to stop them from pursuing other things, but teaching them, okay, make time for what you get. So you're gonna be here, you gotta be here. If not, find somebody else. So that was the biggest challenge, I would say.
Nubian side.
I think for me, as the head of Nubiance, the challenges, I would say, I'm gonna speak personally, then as a collective. I think for me, my biggest challenge was realizing that collaboration does not mean silence. I think that was a thing that I had to learn. I think another challenge for me is that when you are the head, if you are not okay individually, the collective is not okay. So it's a word that I use called Ubuntu. It's used by Nelson Mandela. And it's mean I am because we are. So I'm the best me if you're good. If you're not good, I'm not good. We as a collective are not good. So I go by Ubuntu. I am because we are. I think as a group, as a collective, I think one of the biggest challenges for us was just being on one accord. We know the vision, we know what we're working towards, but it's like no brain thinks the exact same. So getting everybody to get on one page and going with that page. The pages could change at any moment, but just making sure that when we change pages, everybody on the page with us. So I would say that as a group, that would be it.
Me personally, mentally, it's morely like when me being a freshman, it's a lot. Cause it's like I still gotta stay on classes and come to practice. And then as a freshman, you know, you still kind of like getting the feel of college and stuff like that. And I went through a couple things where like I just didn't even want to go to practice cause I lost someone. But I would say, even NBA don't know, but like she helped me a lot through it. Cause like I used to little model, but like I never really wanted to do it. And then ever since I lost my grandma, it was just like, okay, she used to like when I do it, so I'm gonna stick to it. So I would say it's just that. But Nubians does help me with that. Like even with just school, they help me a lot.
I think our biggest challenge was, like she said, the collaboration part. blending our visions together, because this is like a rebirth. This is us rebuilding our org. So we trying to make the biggest, baddest show ever, and then we gotta blend visions. But once it clicked, it clicked.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. And that's one thing I do like coming about y'all, man. I graduated back at 21. But at the end of the day, man, y'all still being in the university, still pursuing higher education. Man, y'all, Ubuntu.
Ubuntu, yes.
Ubuntu, man. Nelson Mandela, powerful individual. So it's just the fact that, like, I get to come here and learn from y'all, and I'm learning, man. I appreciate y'all sharing y'all story and everything. But with that being said, you know, you guys talked about challenge. You talked about just the hardship of just putting everything together. Now my thing is, you know, tomorrow it might already be today if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So with that being said, what are y'all expectations?
I'm gonna start. My expectation tomorrow is for everybody who left Nubiance, left Wilberforce, and are returning. They'll say, "This is it. This is what we've been waiting for." And I'm confident in that because I'm watching it all come together. I love to build. So we went from nothing. We had to get the picture first, and then we laid our foundation, and then we added in all the people. Now we just dressing the house up. So tomorrow we show our house that we've been building, ARP and Nubiance. Like, I think, and I was just in our prayer circle before we got started, just telling everybody that when you build something, hopefully the networking and the relationships go outside of business. So I see like Nubiance and ARP, we built the house with this. Like everybody being so headstrong and the timing being different and the work schedules being different. That's like work, that's a house. Like, okay, everybody's not home at the same time, but we gotta take care of our house or it fall apart. And we seen some times where everybody wasn't showing up and the house start falling apart. So, you know, just staying open to everything, but tomorrow they'll say, this is it. Mm-hmm. This is it. Yeah.
I expect big always, and I don't think all these sleepless nights and long rehearsals for nothing. Like, you put in what you get out. So big. That's the word, big. It's gonna be 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock.
All right, with that being said, man, because y'all students, you know, we got freshmen here, you know, it was a challenge for her. With that being said, it's like, y'all could just come to school and just be great students, right? Y'all choose to create an organization. Y'all choose to, you know, take time off of studying to, you know what I mean? Y'all just putting time else to build this, even though y'all sole focus is school, right? With that being said, how do you guys navigate, balance that?
Well, I just, with being ARP, always remember purpose, and it's a faith-based organization. So, you know, I like to think I'm always here on God's mission, God's plan for my life. I wasn't put here for no reason, and that's by any circumstance. So that I'm here and that I have the ability to help people in whatever way, that's just how I keep going on to the next day.
I think for me, just realizing like I have to show up. The other day I had the revelation that me showing up, my success is connected to so many other people's greatness. Me showing up is going to push through and showing people that they can push through. So if I don't show up, it's somebody else that might be left behind. So I try to just definitely take care of myself, but know that God chose me. I'm able. So living in that and embodying that is such an honor. So I definitely try to just stay focused, show up, and lead people where they need to be.
I'm gonna piggyback off that. Like, it's bigger than me. Like, my purpose here, I feel like it's bigger than me. And I may not understand that until I'm going away, but I know for a fact, regardless of what's going on in life, I gotta show up. I have members of my organization that depend on me. For this show, Nubian depends on ARP to hold our end of the bargain. I got parents, little sisters, little brothers, so it's bigger than me. Like, no matter how hard life get, the day has to end. It has to. The sun has to come up in the morning, and then you get another chance to go about it the right way. So that's just how I live my life.
my drive is kind of split into two things. The first part is the family aspect of Nubiance. I came to college, like everybody, pretty much anybody come to college alone by themselves. They very young. So it's a matter of building your family. Nubiance helped me find my family, who I was, and it's crazy because people graduated 10 years ago and they still coming back to help Nubiance out. Like, who wouldn't want to be a part of that family? And then the second part is really just to show people what we can do. Because there's people around, you know, they like to, I'm not gonna say names, but people have tried to say that Nubiance doesn't deserve a spot on this campus. And I think it's really showing them that we are the spot.
Show up and show out, huh?
Yeah.
On now, I want to say one more thing. When we first started our organization, they were the only ones who were willing to work with us. So I think it's no better moment than to share the stage with them. When the school told us no, every org on campus told us no to be in our showcase, Nubiance was the only one that said, yeah, let's do it. So I was going to say, I appreciate y'all because when everybody told us no, y'all said yes. So I think this is bigger than a fashion show.
Definitely bigger than a fashion show. Absolutely.
Yeah. Even with that being said, man, I pulled up last time, September 12th, man. I seen what they did. They had the HBCU showcase, man. They put it on. Central State pulled up. I'm like, man, okay, y'all got it. I'm just, let me take my pictures. But with that being said, man, I hope nothing but greatness for y'all. Y'all like, man, when I was in college, bro, I mean, the peers I had, I don't think they was, bro, there's no way they was near as smart. I'm talking about just being able to come together. Just say, we gonna do this. And so, like, it's an honor to just be around here, like, see the next generation do something, man. Like, to me, that's like, you know what I mean, just having a little brother, seeing him come, that's all I'm here for, man. That's why I like to do this, especially the God part, bro. It's like, everybody on God timing, bro. I'm not messing with that.
Absolutely.
So with that being said, I want to hear from y'all any closing remarks, man. We got ARP Force, Nubiance.
Closing remarks, I would say to anybody out there that's building, just know that showing up makes a difference, but also depend on the people that you have. Just because you're the head does not mean that you're alone. And when you're building gets lonely, but you're not alone. Building is hard, building is tough, but the greater reward is when it's all finished. If you walk away with nothing. But if you finish, you walk away with everything.
Choose your circle wisely. If your circle is not uplifting you, it's not good. Everybody who's around me will tell me when I'm in the wrong. Even before 4 weeks ago, I didn't know embryé from a can of paint. But now I'll be like, dang, it seems like I know embryé since my freshman year. And working with them, like, it's not a dull moment. It's iron sharpens iron. No, Justin, I think you should think a little deeper than that. Like, I love that because some people would just sit back, can't take criticism. Like, I love working with them, and my whole point, choosing your circle wisely. And don't let nobody tell you what you cannot do. No vision that you have cannot come into fruition.
When they say you can't, show them why you can.
Exactly. Yeah, I think for Nubiance and ARP, it's just finding a group of like-minded individuals, purpose-driven, to just trying to exceed in life. Simple. It's a good place to be.
I say show up and show out for your organizations. Even if you're not in the organizations, you're just there to support. And next time you can be on the team, like Nubiance and ARP Force. So it's always about recruitment, always building tradition.
I think my word is trust. Trust yourself. Know you can do what you need to do. Trust your friends. Like, I can't tell her no. If we tell her no, she gonna show us how it's gonna happen. It's gonna work. And then just trust that it'll all work out for you.
I say get out there to just meet new people because you never know what somebody else can do for you, or just their presence help you mentally or physically. So I say get out there to meet new people, enjoy yourself, have fun, live your college experience, because you never know what people can get you into after college and helping you with your career and things.
Yeah,
bad. That's the last thing. Do not run from your greatness that's inside you. David, one of my closest friends, he always tells me when I'm down, I just feel confidence a little low. He said, no, like, you can't shy away from what's to come. You gotta, in order to get to where you're going, yeah, some stuff gotta change. You have to transition into the person you're gonna be. So, and everybody cannot go. Everybody cannot go with you to the top. So just don't shy away from it. Do not shy away from it. Let the Lord use you in his way, and his will be done.
Man, with that being said, man, for those that are watching this, man, I'm here with some future leaders, man, bright individuals, man. They putting on a fashion show tomorrow, man. And honestly, like, man, if I told y'all, man, right now I'm getting chills. Like, it's another force energy in here. Man, you just gotta be here, man. I feel empowered by these younger students. And even with that said, man, my name is Baserou Moussa. I'm podcast producer. This is ARP Force, Nubiance, and we are out.